to my video today, and what I'm going to be sharing with you as I light this sage incense is how to choose, this doesn't want to light, choose a crystal, how to cleanse it, how to charge it, how to set intentions, because that's really important to do as well. I'm Chantal, and I'm an Akashic Record reader, Reiki Master Psychotherapist here at Unfold Your Freedom, and I just really want to share with you all these different tools on how you can support yourself in your life and in your healing life, particularly if you've been through something traumatic. So my last video I talked about the 7 basic crystals to get you started on your crystal journey, because there's just so much information out there. But then what do you do with those crystals when you get home? How do you support yourself with these? How do you release their energies and all that sort of stuff? So today we're going to be talking about, as you know from my previous one, crystals support you on all levels. They're just amazing. They come from earth. So that's why some of the things that you're going to do to charge them or dispel energy or to put the energy back into them that you want, you actually go and put them outside. So I'll come to that in a moment. So how to choose a crystal. Look, there's different ways you can do it. You can either read your book. I did have my book here. I'll just go and get that. Sorry about this. To do that, I mentioned it in my previous one, is the Crystal Bible. Nowadays, you don't even need a book. You can actually Google whatever you want to Google. So you can Google your emotion, you can Google a crystal that you might have been aware of or someone's recommended. But also I want you to do, so that's one way of doing it. You can also look at how do you want a crystal to make you feel. Do you want to be uplifted? Are you feeling anxious? Do you need to be protected? So that's another way you can do it. Then another one is that when you walk into a shop, if you've got a favorite shop you love walking into, even if you're doing it online, just allow your intuition to work for you. Just go to perhaps the area it might be, or because often I don't know about you where you go, but often they put them rose quartz all in one area, amethyst in one area, turquoise is in one area. They put them all around, and it might be you just might be drawn to the actual crystal type. You might be drawn to the color. But once you're there, just allow yourself then to be drawn. So when I come downstairs, you can see I've got all my crystals here. The other day, I just didn't know, I was drawn to my tiger eye. I didn't know why. I didn't understand that, but I didn't actually question it. So when I sat down to do my meditation, I actually just allowed it to come forth. And I did have a quick look at what it meant. And again, it didn't make sense. But when I sat down quietly, held it in my hand, I just said, okay, what message have you got for me today? It came through. Power, because I was getting ready to do all these videos. It's also the tiger, year of the tiger. It's about strength and courage and being majestic. So I really liked that. So it was really interesting because I didn't know what it meant, but I no longer not trust myself. I just trust my intuition. So that's one way of doing it, or they're the different ways of doing it. So it helps you just to be open, receptive, and to receive without question, without doubt, because you just never know. Because sometimes when we have an outcome in mind, we actually close ourselves off from the energy. We actually close ourselves off from an experience, because you might be going with your mind and thinking what you need versus your body and what it knows that you need. Okay, so once you've actually received your crystal or bought it, it's time to cleanse, because what happens is no matter how well they're cleansed, perhaps beforehand, some crystal shops do that, but there's still going to be the energy of their shop or the online shop in there. It's going to also track all the energies of being able to get to you. It might be you got it from a friend, so you know their energy's in there. So what you're wanting to do is just release that energy with gratitude and thanks to bring it back to a place of neutral. So then that way you can imbue your energy in there. So it could be you just want to hold it. I'm just going to hold one for now as I'm doing this. It's rose quartz. You just want to get a sense of that. But also you might want to then set an intention. You might want it to support you in some way. So you actually need to clear it all out to then fill it up again, which is really good. So what you can do is you can do them every month. You don't need to do it all the time. You can just do it when you feel, when you just getting a sense of, my crystal or crystals need to be cleansed now. Okay, so remember to do that. Because you want them actually to hold your vibration, no one else's, all right? So the thing with there's the don'ts. Often people come in, get excited, and then pick it up without thinking, pick up your crystal. Oh, I actually find that quite challenging. And at least if they ask you, oops, I'm going to have to put this one out because it's actually in my face. Doing a lot of cleansing here, the sage one. If someone picks it up, again, it's actually respectful not to. So if you're someone who does go to that, because I do, it's a normal reaction. ask first so the person can give you, can say, actually, no, I prefer you not to. And also say no without feeling guilt, because it's your energy. And if someone does do it without meaning it, or just hasn't just thought about it, cleanse it straight away, because you want it with your energy, remember. Now, I do use crystals with my clients, particularly people who come to see me face to face. So when I'm working online, we just use the intention of the crystal. It's not the same. But I have certain ones I work there, but I always clear them before I actually use them on myself or someone else when they come in. All right? So that's just giving you an idea. So coming back to, oh, it didn't go out. You can use smoke or smudging. So I've got different ones here. I've got an incense. I've got a sage incense. So what you can do is you just put the crystal above it and allow the smoke to do its work. All right? You've got a smudge stick. That's ancient, but be also mindful nowadays. Also paleo stick. You know, that one comes, I was just reading up on that. It's a holy wood and it's a beautiful one. And it actually comes from the citrus tree, and that's why it has that beautiful sweet mint lemon smell around it, and it creates just a lovely smoke. But beware nowadays, people are just saying, check where they come from, check the ethics and where they're coming from, because there's so many things that are happening that are unethical. You don't actually want to bring that energy into your space and into your world. Now, if you use Reiki, if you're Reiki too, use your symbols. So I actually just use my symbols. There's 2 that you can use. And I can just do a big fleeting one. I can do just a small one. Or again, I might use the incense and just do that. Just feel that whole thing cleansing. So again, I will see if this time it will go. All right, so that's how to use smudge sticks, incense, and the paleo stick. And I actually also use these not only, oh goodness, this one really doesn't want to go out. There we are. I actually use these also for my own aura, for the spaces around my home. I clap 3 times in the corners of the room, because that just really supports the energy, the clearing. And that can be positive energy as well. It's just we need to keep clearing out, because you'll be surprised how blocked you get and how that can hold you back. And that can actually then start feeling heavy, overwhelming, and drag you down. All right? So if you're into full moons and new moons, actually do it around the moons. So when it's a full moon, put them outside and just allow them to clear. You might want to set intentions. So full moons, what do you want to release? So it might not only be releasing the energy of the crystal, but it might be releasing something that you want to release as well. And then with the new moon one, you can actually then, what do you want to attract? What do you want to bring in? So they're the 2 ways you can use the moons. And I do journaling with that. So I'll be also creating a video. So if you want to subscribe to that, I'll be doing that in the next couple of weeks. How to journal and how to support you in that. So again, these are all the things that you can put into your Sacred Toolkit. And what I love about you create your own toolkit. You get ideas, you know, I'm giving you ideas here, then you adapt to it. And this is what I do when I work with clients, is I give them ideas and then they go, right, which one suits? Because if it doesn't suit you and it doesn't work for you, well, you're not going to use it. Okay, and I want you to be able to use these things. This is what it's all about. Now, you can put your crystals into sunshine, but again, be very careful which ones you do, because some of them crack, they fade, and only put them for a short period of time. Now, I do have a list. No, these are my water safe ones. So just be aware, amethyst, okay, rose quartz, smoky quartz, citrine, calcite are some of the few that you really can't. Just don't do that. I just don't do it. I just don't think it's worth it, because I might forget I've put them out there. Bury them in earth, in a garden or a pot plant. But remember where you've put them. Don't do that, because what you're doing is you're giving them back to earth. And what I love about this is I was pondering on how would I share this with you. I just love the fact that earth draws it out. But you see, earth doesn't keep the negative energy. So when I cleanse myself and cleanse clients and just cleanse my space, I send it out with gratitude to nature, to the universe, and it'll disperse it with harm done to none. So that way it doesn't go out there either. It's just beautifully dispersed, keeps this creative space and this openness in our bodies, this beautiful balance, all right? I've already mentioned the Reiki symbols. Breath. What I do as well is I put them in your hand, close the hand, just feel the energy. I just open it. I blow on it, just mentioning that I want to cleanse. We could just do it like this. And then I just close it again. And I just breathe. That's it. That it's now cleansed and cleared. And I just hold it for a little while. So it's imbuing my energy. So just use your breath. Love that. So again, this is what you're doing just to cleanse yourself. And I just flick things around me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, selenite. This is one of the crystals that I shared in my previous one, the 7 basic crystals for you to use. I just love selenite. Now, this is one you don't put in water. This is one you don't need to cleanse and do anything, because it actually dispels it. It actually absorbs it in itself. So again, have it all around your house. I have it as a lamp because it just imbues a beautiful energy, and I know it's doing its magic. Also have them as these beautiful plates. There's so many different ones. So all you need to do with your plate is just pop it on. Just pop it on. And that's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. And I just love that. You've got these beautiful energies all around you in your home. I didn't realize how many I've collected over the years. And then when I wasn't well, I couldn't use them anyhow. I was I needed to just really go inward. And when I came out, I just looked at them and went, wow, wow. This is just nature, again, supporting us. That beautiful energy supporting us. Now, you can also use sound healing. I just ring it. I ring it 3 times. And I just heal. I give thanks. Namaste for these beautiful crystals. You can use those. Sound healing, Tibetan bowls, anything that you want. You can use, as I said, other crystals. So as I mentioned, you've got that one, clear quartz, there's a whole variety there. And the last thing you can do, now I'm not at a tap, and I don't want to take tap, but what you can do is put them in water or run them underwater. So sometimes I just run them underwater. Oops, I should have removed that beforehand. Here we go. And I just get a crystal, the one that I want to do. Which one shall I do? I'm going to do this tiny little amethyst. And all I literally do is I just pour it over. And again, just give thanks. Give thanks, just keep pouring until I feel it's done. There we are. And then I just dry it. There you go. That's it. So that one's done. Okay. So running it on, you can put it in salt, in brown rice, but just be aware of which ones you can do that with. All right. So just hold it under running water, gently dry it. And there we are. We've got that again. All right. So let's come to some of the don'ts. Now the don'ts are, again, already mentioned, sun. Don't get someone to touch them. There's certain ones that are crystals don't like water. So anything to do with ite, ending with ite. So selenite, malachite, labradorite, hermatite, and also, ironically, turquoise. Now I do it briefly. I have done it, but it's not something I would recommend you doing. So they're the ones that you don't do. And as I said, don't let people borrow them or touch them. And the other one I recently heard, because I do put them under my pillow, but I put specific ones under my pillow. I put amethyst and lapidolite because they support me with insomnia. They support you with nightmares and also recall of dreams, things that you want to recall. Now, some say don't put other crystals on there. Some say do. So again, feel for it, because what they do, because they're active and they activate you, they can still be activating you at night. So you might go to sleep, but you might not have a deep, restful sleep. So just think about that. What do you want to put near your bed? You know, perhaps cleanse it, charge it, which is what we're going to talk about now, is set your intentions and how to charge them. So I'll leave that one to you to work that out. Some people say yes, some people say do, but do use the ones that support you in sleep, all right? Okay, so how to charge your crystal. So after you've cleansed them, you've got a sense for them, you know, there's different methods. You might want to do it for a certain period of time for one specific thing. So just work out what you want to do first. So what you're going to do is you might just like to light a candle, sit quietly somewhere. So have your sacred space, somewhere where you love going, somewhere where you can be quiet. Light a candle if that feels right for you. Cleanse it as I mentioned. And now what you're going to do is actually, I've just picked up the rose one. So what does rose mean for me? Rose is about softness, it's about compassion, it's about forgiveness. What am I needing at this point in time? I'm actually wanting peace in my life. So that's what I tune into, all right? And then, so it's how you want to feel, what you want from it. So you can actually ask what you want, Crystal, you know, just ask what you want. So remember, there's no right or wrong. Just do what's best for you, okay? And you might want calming, you want to have support around anxiety. As I said, for me, I want just a sense of peace as we go through challenging times, you know, because also if you go through your own personal challenging time. So again, just feel or visualize the crystal's energy with your own. Just speak to it, talk to it, love, gratitude. Thank the crystal for its presence. Now I tend to again do what I've mentioned before. I blow on it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now I've actually now programmed and I've charged it. Okay. And again, now how can you use them? What you can do, you can, how to use a crystal. You can wear it down your front if you have a bra, or if you don't wear bras, in a pocket, in your wallet. So you might like to have citrine in there because that attracts abundance, success. You might also like to have it, as I said, I have them all around me, have them somewhere where you can see them, place them on a chakra when you're lying down. So this is how I do, I work with clients, wear them as jewelry. Oh my goodness, so see here I've got one my beautiful partner made with turquoise. I have my amethyst ones. And maybe another one, amethyst, because when I was going through a tough time after a car accident, I was struggling with anxiety and PTSD, and I was unable to walk out the door. He made this for me. It was just this sense, I'd wear it around me or I'd have it on me just to keep grounding myself, to know that I was protected, that I was safe, because I didn't feel safe for a long time. I found it very hard to get back into a car and drive without thinking, is someone going to come into the back of me and trigger me again? So that's how I use my crystals, which is really lovely. Okay, what else can I say here? Pop them on your body, wear them as jewelry, pop them in your car, and just simply hold them in your hand. All right? Love to hear what you think. Love to hear what you've picked up. Anything new? How do you do it? Because let's just start the conversation and support each other. Because, you know, there's so much information out there. I can only have shared a certain amount with you. Love to hear from you. If you want to know more about chakras and Reiki, I've already done an Akashic Record playlist. Subscribe and keep in touch. I look forward to being part of your journey with this, healing, supportive, and just in your life. Namaste and have a beautiful day.